going on, Nerd Army guys? Welcome to the newest episode of Nerdy Movie Nights. Tonight, guys, we will be reviewing Defenders Season 1. Now, I know I'm late to the party, guys, and I have not done this review, but I had a lot of other shows I was watching at the time, so Defenders wasn't at the top of my list. And I'm sorry to say, I really did enjoy this season, and once I sat down and watched it all, I sat down and watched it with my wife, and she works a lot, so we do have to sit down together, and Defenders is a great show. All in all, guys, there were issues. Every show has its issues, but Defenders was a fun time for me. Now, if you guys don't know, Defenders is available on Netflix. It is a Netflix Marvel show, and the Defenders team is consisting of Matt Murdock, the Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Power Man, and the Iron Fist Danny Rand, guys. So these four characters are going to come together with one common interest: to stop the Hand. Now, this whole season was actually pretty cool. There were slow points, but it's kind of good. The slow points kind of weren't really slow. They were more about character development. We really got to see a lot of the characters fully fleshed out in this series, which was really cool to me. I was excited about that. Now, first of all, I do want to point out that I loved Iron Fist, and I know a lot of people hated it. I'm sorry. That is my opinion. You guys are entitled to your own. I really did like the show, and Danny Rand was actually a really fresh take into this. His character was very different from his solo series. Now, Danny Rand was a lot more of the comic relief in this one, whereas his solo series, it was more about discovery. He was a lot more serious. Yeah, Danny Rand really felt a lot more leveled out and filled in this one, because we got to know him in Iron Fist, but when we got to see him really be himself and almost kind of nerd out in this whole scenario and thoughts of a team up with other superheroes, I love that, because you really get to see how young he really is and how he really never got to experience his real life because he lived in K'un-Lun when he was growing up. So you really get to see that, and you really get to see so many of his like nerdy, like fucking happy fanboy moments that you get to see him have about the whole team up thing. I love it. It was so much fun. It was a great, great time, and it just made me feel like Danny Rand was a much more fleshed out character when we got to see this one than he was in his solo series. Now, all in all, I still did enjoy this show, though. I mean, even though we did get a different take into Danny Rand, and I really did like him, I liked the show as a whole. Now, one thing I did like about this season with Defenders is that they interwove the lore of the Iron Fist into the story of the Defenders Season 1. And I really like that. I mean, really getting to see everything and getting to see why the 5 fingers of the hand have lived forever. And we actually get to meet all the fingers of the hand, which is really cool too, and how they've lived since ancient times. The substance that they put in that vat with Elektra that they covered her in, that is actually ground up dragon. Guys, that is ground up dragon bone. So what they do is at the end of the season, you actually get to see them down fighting in the tunnels below the big building in New York, and you get to see tunnels, and these tunnels are rounded out shapes with freaking rib bones. Guys, this is the inside of a dead, hollowed out dragon. This is so freaking cool. This is why I love this freaking season. They got to fight inside of a dead dragon. Ah! Now, we also find out that the 5 fingers of the hand also originally came from K'un-Lun. So, yeah, what the hell, monks? But yes, they came from K'un-Lun. They started the 5 fingers of the hand, and they have lived for freaking ever. Now, we actually get to see Sigourney Weaver, who is the leader of the hand, and I loved it. I mean, dude, Ripley is freaking the leader of the hand. That is awesome. Okay, so Sigourney Weaver in this show, I think she did an amazing job. Her character was dying. She's got like cancer and it's everywhere. She's gonna die soon. And the only way she can live and survive and keep going like she wants to is to harvest the bones of this dragon and survive. So she takes Elektra under her wing and gets Elektra to really work with her and trust in her in a way until... yeah, not going to spoil it. But yeah, you guys will have to see it. I really did enjoy her character and her total story arc from start to finish. It was a lot of fun. Now, breaking down each of the individual characters. I've already told you what I thought about Iron Fist, but let's go into Krysten Ritter as Jessica Jones. Now, Jessica Jones, I love the first season of Jessica Jones. I love the second season of Jessica Jones. But I loved Krysten Ritter in this freaking show. She was so good. Her just angsty pissed off attitude was just a perfect fit. She was like the glue in between all these mofos that was kind of like pulling them together. Whereas someone like Mike Colter as Luke Cage, who was also phenomenal, was the skeptic, was the world skeptic. He never believed. He always thought, like when Iron Fist, when Danny Rand is telling him his story, how he punched his hand into the chest of Shalla the Undying, the dragon, and pulled out the ability to harness his chi into the Iron Fist, he just laughs at him. And I love it. He doesn't believe him. He thinks he's fucking crazy. He thinks he's making shit up. It was great, guys. I love Mike Colter as Luke Cage, and his just disbelief in Danny and his entire origin story just made me die every time. Now, Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock, the Daredevil, and the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, whatever you want to call him, he actually was awesome. Now, Charlie Cox, I've said since the very first Daredevil review I did for Daredevil Season 1, I have said he is the living embodiment of Matt Murdock. This guy pulls this character off so well. He blows my mind every time, and I really do just love him as Matt Murdock, and I want to keep seeing Daredevil forever. Never cancel it, please. I love him as Matt Murdock. He's just perfect. Charlie Cox, you the man. But overall, guys, the show in general was just very well balanced, very well done. I loved all the individual characters, the character developments we got for the heroes, along with the villains. We actually got to see a little bit more. We actually did get to see a pretty cool little fight scene where Madame Gao almost kind of does something. Then she gets her ass thrown against a freaking box. And then ultimately we get to see Madame Gao. Bye-bye. Bye, Madame Gao. Peace up. 8 down, motherfucker. But guys, all in all, I really did enjoy this show quite a bit. This season was really, really cool, and I hope we do get another season of Defenders. I'm not sure if it's really going to happen, but I really hope it does happen. I'm going to have to go ahead and grade this one a solid B+. I really did enjoy the show, but yet there was still a couple slow times. At least they felt slow to me. But I really think there was a lot of character development, a lot more than we got in some of the individual shows, and I like that a lot. So guys, let me know what you guys thought about Defenders Season 1. Do you agree with me? Is your opinion different? If so, put it down in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this review down there as well. Make sure you guys hit that like, thumbs up button if you would be so kind, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with all the videos we put out every week, guys. I'm Andrew. You have been watching Nerdsmerized, and I'll see you right here for another movie review. All right, guys. Stay nerdy. Peace out.
Yo.